Good afternoon and welcome to a very windy Perkins Garages for a walk around video on this lovely Lucid Red Ford Kuga PHEV. But before we do get stuck into the walk around, if you're enjoying our content and want to see more of it, can I recommend clicking on the subscribe button, and that way you'll be in tune with all the latest Perkins Garages content. So this here is a Lucid Red Ford Kuga Vignale PHEV. So what is a PHEV? PHEV is a plug-in hybrid electrical vehicle. So that means at the back of this vehicle, underneath there somewhere, is a 14.4 kilowatt battery, and that in turn can feed the electric motor to the front wheels that will deliver you up to 32 miles of fully electric driving. So the chances are your daily commute could be done on fully electric, so you're going to have very low running costs. If 32 miles wasn't enough, what you also have is a 2.5 litre Duratec engine that produces 225 PS of power transmitted through an automatic gearbox. And that Duratec engine, 2.5 litre petrol engine, will get you anywhere you like, because you can just fill the tank up with petrol and you can use the electric and petrol in a hybrid system to get some incredible MPG as well. So this here is a very versatile vehicle, and I think that's why the PHEV Kuga is so popular. This vehicle has been registered on a 72 registration, meaning we're going to be taking Ford warranty with us until November 2025. The vehicle itself has done just over 5,300 miles, but like always, I'll get the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. So let's begin. Our first port of call on these incredibly well-spec'd Ford Kugas is the near side front. At this stage of the video, I present to you the beautiful remote central locking key. Of course, it's not going to focus, and it does when I finish talking about it. Clicking the unlock button will wake up the daytime running lamps. So a quick disclaimer, they could be flashing in your video, and that will simply be because of the frequency in which my camera records at. If they're not flashing, fantastic, because inside those beautiful headlights are the quad projector LED adaptive headlights. That's part of the technology pack, which includes the HUD, the head-up display, and obviously the quad prism LED headlights. So below those beautiful headlights, we have LED front fog lights, and we also have front parking sensors, and they trail all along that front lip of the of the bumper, I beg your pardon. Just below the number plate is a front facing radar. It's that little dully bit there, and that is going to be responsible for some of the driver assistance pack, such as pre-collision assist. Starting to make our way around the front bumper, and how gorgeous is the Lucid Red as well, may I say. Really big fan of this colour. Anyway, we're going to come down now, we're going to have a look at these beautiful 19-inch alloy wheels. They're like a chrome finish in there, silver sparkle I actually believe it's called. As you see, we have the silver painted brake calipers there as well, and the tyres fitted to this vehicle are the Continental Premium Contact 6s, and they are some really good tyres. Oh, bending down, getting old, and they're in fantastic condition, as you can see for yourself. Just going to draw your attention north, because we've got a lot to talk about up here. Firstly, head-up display. I'll show you that from inside in a second. That there, hold on, somewhere around there is a light sensor, so as the sun goes down, pretty much like now, and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. Further north, up into the top of the windscreen, is a camera for the traffic speed sign recognition software, and that could be used in a coordination with the intelligent speed limiter, meaning when you drive past a varying speed sign, your limiter will change accordingly. In addition, there's also, I know you probably won't be able to see it, there's also a sensor there for the rain sensing wipers and the automated headlights. Furthermore, up there we have a panoramic glass opening roof, and you can see just how low that sits to the vehicle, so it's going to be nice and aerodynamic. And you've even got the complimentary fire catcher in there as well. I'm joking, it's not a fly catcher. That distorts the airflow into the vehicle, so you don't get a horrible whooping noise. You'll all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's on a black painted roof, so it gives you that nice two-way colour scheme to this vehicle. So where we have rear privacy glass and the black roof, it really does look smart. So let's bring you back down to earth now. We're just going to lock the vehicle on the remote central locking key, take you to half zoom so you can all see what I'm doing, and on the door handle here we have the 5 lines to signify we have keyless entry. So simply one tap behind the door handle will unlock the vehicle. One more tap on the door handle, then again lock the vehicle. So as long as you've got the key in close proximity, such as your pocket, you can take advantage of this system. If I was, for example, standing here, obviously I can't reach it, but if I could, it won't unlock because I'm not close enough to the vehicle itself. So I'm just going to unlock the vehicle once again, and on there we have power folding and heated door mirrors, and not only that, they've got some beautiful puddle lights underneath there as well. So yeah, so fantastic. So let's continue the tour around this vehicle. So at this stage of the video, I take a step back on the offside rear quarter. I get the camera nice and high, and we're going to use all that light to our advantage. I'm just gently rock the camera down the offside of the body, hopefully giving you a good idea, for those of you sat at home or on your phone watching this video, of how wonderful the body condition is. So now we can just gently rock that round to the offside rear wheel. Give you a good look at that. Again, a 19-inch premium contact 6 tyre on there as well. So wonderful. It's got some lovely tyres, Continental tyres all the way around. We're starting to move ourselves around the rear of this beautiful Vignale Kuga. What we have is rear parking sensors, complemented beautifully. Let me just do the dramatic zoom out. Complemented beautifully with a high definition reversing camera, which I shall show you that on a screen in a minute. Before we look inside the vehicle, let's just give the near side the exact same treatment. So again, starting up nice and high. Oh, let's get that there, we'll do it. Nice and high, just gently rocking the camera back and forth. So the vehicle is filled with petrol on the near side rear. So this flap here, let me just unlock the vehicle. I've got to push the button inside, but that is where the petrol is filled from. Now we can follow all the way down to the near side front. I'll give you a good look at that wheel. So that's all 4 wheels, premium contact 6 tyres on there, beautiful, and again marvellous condition. In fact, I think these might have been replaced because you can still see the brand new marker there. Right, so now we can open up this little cover here, and this is where the 14.4 kilowatt battery is charged from. So if you've never had much to do with electric cars before, let me give you a quick explanation on what you're looking at. This here, it's called a Type 2 connection port. This will charge the vehicle AC. DC is rapid charging, so this supports AC charging. So this will be the gun or the socket that you put your home gun into. So whether it's the 3-pin plug charger that is supplied with this PHEV Kuga, or you do go ahead and get the 7 kilowatt AC charger installed at your property, that is where it is charged from. I'll complete this explanation in a second. So let's continue to the rear of this vehicle, and let's scramble around for the remote central locking key once again. Double clicking on the tailgate button will wake up the electronic hands-free tailgate there. So double click the button, that opens up nice and quickly. To shut it once more, the button is on the right hand side of the boot seal. Now this then is the incredibly large volume rear Kuga boot space. So here, almost like coincidence, is laid out the charger that is supplied by the vehicle. It's still in its brand new Ford wrapper, so let's just get it out with one hand. I'm sorry, this isn't, I should have maybe foreseen this happening in the video, but this is live video, guys. So this is what's supplied with this Kuga. Again, that will go straight in to the front of the vehicle that I've just showed you. This here will go into any 13 amp domestic plug socket. This will take 7 hours to fully charge that battery. So again, if you're using this vehicle for your daily commute, 32 miles, so you get home from work, plug the vehicle in, 7 hours later, it'll be fully charged again. Again, quick maths, if you get a 7 kilowatt an hour charger installed at your property, and this vehicle has a 14 kilowatt battery, roughly 2 hours time, you'll have a full charge. So it depends on your use of the vehicle and how you're going to be using the electrical battery. That's the charger supplied. If you need any help with charging or how to get one installed or anything in between, give us a call. We'll explain anything you need to know. Back to the boot itself, a 12-volt socket features on the left-hand rear. These lovely little pull tabs there, so that will fold the seats down nice and flat. Let me give you a live demonstration on the right-hand one because you're going around there anyway. Then that gives you a nice flat entry all along the boot. Underneath here, surprisingly, is a spare wheel. So that's got a Maxxis tyre in its standard. That is a space saver spare, and all the relevant jacks, braces and everything else is supplied to change that wheel on the side of the road. Underneath there, very cleverly, is actually the 12-volt battery for the vehicle. You can just see the terminals there. The 12-volt is actually kept under there. Very clever. Right, one click of the button, that will then shut up the boot. So let's have a look inside and get out this horrible cold wind, shall we? So obviously I use keyless entry to get in, so I need to unlock the vehicle with a key once more, then that will gain us entry. And check this out, how easy is this then, right? So what we do is click the seatbelt in here. Again, it's all one hand, right? Magic, so easy. We'll come back to the seats in a second. But like always, we begin on the door cards. So, offside rear door card, you've got a nice hard wearing, durable plastic on there. Perfect if you have a family in the back of here, so you've got some chocolate or food. Nice and easy to clean, nice and easy. Soft touch synthetic leather armrest feature. The Kuga has 4 electric windows, so you get the corresponding switch on the corresponding door card. Don't forget, parents, we do have the switch to lock the windows on the driver's cluster. I'll show you that in a minute. Now the back of these Kugas are a little bit special in the Vignale. So let's talk about the Vignale interior to begin with. It's got this lovely ebony leather there, all defined by this glorious white stitching. Got a perforated lower back and base part of the seat. Again, this leather, well, it's immaculate, to be honest with you. I don't think anyone's probably ever sat on these. So you've got some very, very lovely condition leather in the back of this Kuga. That little armrest there that pops down, you have 2 cup holders in there. You know, if you did require the ISO fixing seats for the smaller humans of this world, we have one on the near side and one again on the offside rear. Once they've grown up a bit and they might need to charge their iPads, iPods, switches, anything in between, down there you have 2 USB-C charging points. So that would deliver 5 amps of charging, so perfect for the high capacity tablets and things such as that. Just above that is the buttons for the rear heated seats, and above that is the air conditioning blowers. And already we have the Vignale mats fitted in there already, so after you purchase this vehicle, that's one less expense you have to fork out for. Right, now let's continue to the driver's door. Opening up the driver's door, again we have this lovely little pine section up here leading to the door handle, which leads to the interior locking and 3-way memory function for the driver's 10-way adjustable seat. I'll come to that in a second as well. Here are the controls for the electric mirrors and folding mirrors, and up there is the lock for the rear windows. And 4 window controls feature just below it. They're spinning their camera around now for the last time to show you some beautiful seats. Again, we have that ebony leather, all defined by that lovely white stitching, perforated in the lower back and base part of the seat. It's going to be nice and breathable on those longer journeys. So giving you a nice condition report on the leather as well. It's in very good condition. So I'm just going to get down with it. So count with me. We have a 1 and a 2, which is your rear tilt. Your 3 and your 4, which is your forward and backwards. Your 5 and your 6 is your rear height. Your 7 and your 8 is your rear tilt. Then your 9 and your 10 is your lumbar support. So 10-way electrically adjustable driver's seat. Now I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle. You might hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a moment. Okay, now we're inside this wonderful Vignale Kuga and have a look at this digital driver display. Isn't that just gorgeous? So to complement the keyless entry, remember the key's still in my pocket. If you click on the brake pedal or hold your foot on the brake pedal, the engine start-stop button then goes green. One click on that button and that gains us power to the vehicle. So notice the head-up display coming up there and also the digital driver display. So let's start up here. So this is a head-up display, HUD you might see it listed as, and that shows you all of your essential driver information. So at the moment we're currently looking at your miles per hour, engaging the cruise control, then you can see your set speed to the right hand side. So it's a lovely little cluster and you can adjust it. So if you are taller, for example, you can have it downwards, or if you're smaller, then you can have it upwards. So you can adjust it to the user itself. So that is the head-up display in all its beauty. Now we're going to come down. I should have lost the zoom really. Hold on. There we go. So now we're looking at this beautiful digital driver display. I'm going to give you a quick tour round. So beginning at the left-hand side of the vehicle, we have the coolant temperature sensor. We have a digital speedo. At the bottom there, we have your compass, the odometer. So the exact mileage on this vehicle at the time of recording this video is 5,310.8. an ambient air temperature, we have the gear selector indicator, and now we get into the hybrid bit. So we have a battery there, which is currently about half charged, and that is delivering 17 miles of fully electric driving. Equally next to it is the range for the fuel tank. So currently we have 227 miles of fuel remaining. The right hand side we have a seatbelt warning, we have the handbrake warning, and we have the fuel gauge as a bar graph up the side. So we effectively have half a tank for 227 miles. In the middle there, gone are the days of the RPM, revolution per minute gauge, because now we're taking in consideration the output power of the electric motor and of the engine combined as a hybrid system. So now give the power in kilowatts. So now you can see the output kilowatt of both the battery and the engine as displayed there. I hope that made sense. It's a bit geeky actually. So here in the middle we can control that part using the back, oh, keep the camera up my hand, back, OK up and down, and menu button on the right hand side of the steering wheel. Also, before I begin, we have two buttons down here which also are quite essential in this hybrid vehicle. EV button, I'll show you what that does in a second, also a mode button. So let me just show you around the middle bit first. We're currently looking at a fuel economy gauge, so it's 56.1 mpg. That's another one. Actually, this is the chip computer for the duration of its life. Look, so you can see that we have done on this trip 5,304. Okay, so you might have to just minus 6 miles, but this vehicle has averaged 56.7 miles to the gallon for the duration. And you can see the bottom there, how many miles have been done in full electric as well. So this vehicle has done 2,329 in fully electric miles as well. So very clever stuff there. Coming down, we've got the EV coach, which will coach you to be more efficient. Then we've got the electric efficiency, so you've got the average miles per kilowatt or estimated range. So full charge will give you 33 miles. So the better you drive this vehicle, the better the suggested miles is going to be. So it's very, if you're interested in this kind of thing, it's a very efficient vehicle, and you can learn to drive even more efficiently as well. And you can see we've got live tyre pressures, we've got a calm screen on there as well. If you just click on the menu button, you can select the screens you'd like to look at, whether it's calm screen, fuel economy, we've got different chip computers in there, and all sorts of goodies. Then we've got audio, so the radio is currently off, so that's blank. We have your navigation in there as well, coming down to your phone connectivity. So this is referring to Bluetooth connectivity. So once your phone is programmed in there, you can see all of your different call lists on there. Okay, so we have a few more buttons to discuss. So the first one I'm going to click is the EV button. We have 4 EV drive modes. So the first one is normal operation. So what that means is, when you turn the vehicle on, like now, it's going to be using the hybrid system in low torque demand. So if you're reversing or gently accelerating or manoeuvring, it'll run on full electric, a bit like a FEV, a full electric hybrid. But then when the power demands become too much, it will engage both systems. Next, over there is all electric. That's kind of what it says on the tin. It will just use the capacity of the battery to drive the vehicle through the electric motor, not engaging the engine at all. The next one along is your energy save for later. So this will then turn off the electric side of the engine. So we're not using hybrid anymore. This is just a purely a fueled vehicle. This is purely a petrol vehicle in this state. So you're only going to be using your 2.5 litre Duratec engine at all times. And lastly, we go on to battery charged by engine. Now again, this isn't a self-charging hybrid vehicle, so it won't fully charge that hybrid battery, but it will do a good job of topping it up again. So they are the 4 individual drive modes that are going to give you some really good MPG, as you've already seen on the screen there as well. So again, your daily commute, 33 miles. I mean, often people, if you're 10 miles away, Braintree to Chelmsford, that's easily done there and back on full electric. So just a consideration when you're in the hybrid market. Oh, we've got so much spec on this one. This is just fantastic. Clicking the mode button, we have individual drive modes such as Eco, we've got Sport, we've got Slippery, Snow and Sand, and back to normal again. But any drive mode you put it on is going to change the ambiance of this screen. So in Eco, it goes to a lovely turquoisey, greeny screen, giving you a more eco sensation. But then again, for example, you go ahead and put it into Sport mode. We're being aggressive. We want some aggressive tones. So here's a bit of red, a bit of grey, and everything in between. So I'm a big fan of these electronic dashes, if you couldn't tell, just because of the different modes, really. I think that's just lovely. Anyway, let's progress, otherwise we're going to be here all weekend. Well, it's only Wednesday, so it's going to be, well, a very long one. Again, all the controls are the dashboard in front of you. Below that we have a voice command button, a pick up, decline and previous and next song function. The left hand side is where you can find all the cruise control buttons. In cancel, set your speed plus and minus, standby is top right, and your speed limiter is bottom right, with your volume controls minus, plus and mute to the bottom of that cluster. Progressing the video now into the central reservation of this vehicle, we've got this beautiful little cubby hole. This is officially where you put your sweets on the longer journeys. I won't have any arguments about that. That's where you put your Haribos, all your chocolates and everything in between. That's a nice little cubby hole. Here we have two tension loaded cup holders. Why would you buy a car that you've got nowhere to put your drink? If you can answer that question, then the comment section is below. This here is the beautiful rotary gear selector. So foot on the brake to release this system. Then you can put it into reverse, normal and drive accordingly. We'll come back to that in a little bit later. A cluster of buttons down here. This one is the mode button, which will change the drive mode of the vehicle. This is the EV button that I was controlling the screen with to change the EV input. We have one there which is the parking sensors off. Then we also have one to adjust the head-up display. Down there, I'm just going to put my seat back a little bit so you're not just seeing my legs. Down there is a auto hold button. We also have an electronic handbrake in this one as well, so that will self cancel as well. So when you go to pull away, that will be a self cancelling system. So again, you'll only actually have to pull that up to apply it at the end of your journey. Right, take a breath, Dan, take a breath. Down there is a wireless charging pad for your wirelessly charging phones. So if your phone supports wireless charging, place it down there and it will wirelessly charge like magic. Next to it is the third USB-C charging port, and below it is a USB-A, so the conventional USB. USB-A's will deliver 2.1 amps of charging, so this will be a perfect port to plug your phone into if you're going to take advantage of the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Again, I'll come back to that in a second. The right hand side is a conventional 12 volt socket. Moving on up now, we have the heating, ventilation and air conditioning controls. This is a dual zone system, so if your passenger was very cold and you needed to heat them up, you can turn up that temperature whilst keeping yourself, the driver, nice and cool. So yeah, that's a bit about the dual zone. We do have the automatic function as well, so it'll automatically get to that temperature in the most efficient way possible. If you want to override that, simply click on the fan speed yourself. To the left of it is different flows of vents. No, sorry, to the left of it is different demist function. Different flows of vents are found in the middle, and air conditioning and recirculation is found to the right hand side. Spec doesn't finish there. We've got heated rear seats. It's only fair we had heated front seats also. We have an electronically heated steering wheel, and we have the electronically heated front windscreen. So perfect for these winter months where it's really cold, you get the frosty windscreens. This will defrost in no time at all. Right, now progressing even further upwards, this is here the Sync 3.4 module. Clicking the home button will turn us back to here. This is our home page. We'll be very quick with this because this could be a long video, this one. Audio, we have different sources, FM, DAB and Bluetooth. Phone, Bluetooth phone connectivity. Navigation is found in the middle. Very easy to use this navigation. Click the search box, it loads instantly. Don't forget you have your recents, your favourites all saved in there as well, and it's nice and easy to set your navigation through the digital dashboard. So once you have them programmed in, look, for example, you'd like to come see me here at Perkins Garages, Charlie Mike 776 Sierra Alpha. Click the search box, and in no time at all they'll speak to the GPSs in the sky and navigate your route here to Perkins. We won't click start because I'm here already and I know how to get back to the dealership. Click the settings now. We have a B&O Pro sound system, so that includes 10, I believe it's 10 individual B&O speakers. Got a tweaker up there. It's amazing. So if you're into your sound system, you have a really crisp audio system on this one. In addition, we have driver assistance pack. The driver assistance pack in its entirety is a lane keeping system, pre-collision assist, rear view camera, grade assist and traction control. So some really lovely bits of software on there. Next up, if we go into vehicle, we have all the different wonderful vehicle settings. So we can go into there, you've got your ambient lighting, your auto wipers, your auto headlights, your tailgate settings, your folding mirror settings, loads of goodies. But this one is the most popular one. This is a remote start setup. So if I go back now, Ford Pass Connect, download that application to your mobile telephone device, link this vehicle and your phone together, and you get some wonderful remote start settings such as preheating the car. Again, I won't waste too much time on that, but it's a fantastic system. It's going to pop you into reverse, high definition reversing camera, and to the top right hand side there is the proximity sensor for the front and rear parking sensors. This will give you a little colour band as you get closer to the object, but it'll also give you an intermittent beep that will increase in frequency as you get closer to the object in question. Pop the vehicle back into park now, and that returns us back to our lovely home screen. Again, we do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but I'm sure you've all heard me talk about that so far. So Apple CarPlay, just mirror your phone onto that screen there. It's absolutely fantastic. If you don't use it already, start using it, because it activates your voice assistant, i.e. Siri. You can ask Siri to do anything you like. Make phone calls, send text messages, watch the cricket score, or anything you like. But you can ask it, and it's hands-free. Also, the main point is people can use third-party apps such as your other navigations. So we do have the fantastic Ford Nav as standard. I won't be offended if that's not your favourite. Some people like Waze, Apple Maps, Google Maps, all compatible on that screen. So sorry that I've gone on for so long, but this is such a special vehicle with so much spec, it does take me a while to get round it. So I'm not going to make a movie, but that there, in a nutshell, is a Ford Kuga Vignale plug-in hybrid with all the spec that I've got rammed in my head. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did have any further questions, the comment section is below. If not, give us a call, 01376 550 899. Like the video, please like the video. And if you did want to see more, click the subscribe button. I'll be speaking to you once again. Bye-bye for now.